Hello and welcome to RTA News. Today is Friday, May 16, 2025. Thanks for joining us. I'm Wahid Sultani. Mullah Abdul Ghani Brother Khan, the Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs, met with the President of Republic of Moldova, Russia in Kazan. The Deputy Ministry of the Prime Minister Office states that during this meeting, both sides discussed expanding cooperation in the fields of agriculture, trade, electricity, industry, and mining. Maulawi Abdul Kabir, the Minister of Refugees and Repatriation, met with Mohammad Yunus Rashid, the Deputy Minister of Youth Affairs at the Ministry of Information and Culture. In this meeting, Mohammad Yunus Rashid stated that his department, in coordination with the Ministry of Refugees and Repatriation, has special programs in place for Afghan youth returning from neighboring countries in order to facilitate their integration into society. Meanwhile, the Minister of Refugees and Repatriation, while appreciating the efforts of the Islamic Emirate officials, emphasized the need to provide necessary facilities for returning refugees in the areas of education and intellectual development. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Maulawi Amir Khan Muttaqi, in a phone conversation with India's Foreign Minister Jai Shankar, discussed strengthening bilateral relations, trade, and raising the level of diplomatic ties between the two countries. He also requested India to facilitate the issuance of visas for Afghan traders and patients. In this phone call, India's Foreign Minister emphasized continued cooperation in political and economic areas with the state and stated that India will continue to collaboration with Afghanistan. Here is the more detailed story about this. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, Maulawi Amir Khan Muttaqi, and the Foreign Minister of the Republic of India, Jai Shankar, have held a telephone conversation. The Director of Information and Public Relations at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs states that during this conversation, discussions were held on strengthening bilateral relations, trade, and elevating the level of diplomatic ties. The Foreign Minister described India as an important country in the region and stated its relationship with Afghanistan as historic. He expressed hope that these ties would be further strengthened. He also emphasized the importance of balanced foreign policy and maintaining positive relations with all sides. Maulawi Amir Khan Muttaqi additionally called for easing the visa process for Afghan traders and patients and requested the release and repatriation of Afghan prisoners held in India. Hafiz Ahmad Takal says that both sides emphasized the development of the Chabahar port and adds that India's Foreign Minister Jai Shankar referred to India's relationship with Afghanistan as historical. India's Foreign Minister likewise referred to the relationship between India and Afghanistan as historic. He affirmed that India would continue its cooperation with Afghanistan and stressed the importance of joint efforts in political and economic areas. He also pledged to expedite the handling of prisoners' cases and facilitating visa issuance. Analysts consider the expansion of ties with India to be important and add that the country could invest in Afghanistan's infrastructure projects. India is a historical friend of Afghanistan and has consistently assisted Afghanistan. It's a powerful industrial and productive country in the region. Afghanistan needs India, and India also has interests in Afghanistan. Strengthening mutual ties can contribute to regional development. We should take the initiative, and neighboring countries should understand that our relationship with India, which has many unfinished projects in Afghanistan, will not harm any of our neighbors. It's worth mentioning that during his visit to the United Arab Emirates, Foreign Minister Maulawi Amir Khan Muttaqi, in a meeting with India's Deputy Foreign Minister Vikram Misri, discussed strengthening political and economic relations, and they agreed to facilitate visas and trade. The Minister of Telecommunication and Information Technology, Maulawi Najibullah Hayat Haqqani, traveled to Samangan province with the aim of strengthening telecommunication institutions, resolving telecom-related issues, and improving coordination. According to the media office of the Samangan Provincial Administration, Mr. Haqqani met with local officials during this visit and assured them of efforts to address the existing problems in the telecommunications sector. Dr. Abdul Bari Umar, the Chief Executive Officer of the Afghanistan Electricity Company, met with Dilar Jumad, the Minister of Energy of Tajikistan, during his visit to the country. In this meeting, the two sides discussed bilateral cooperation between the two countries in various fields, including the Casa 1000 project, the transmission of electricity to Afghanistan, and other economic matters. More than 150 young officers, after completing 6 months of professional training in the 4th batch of the Young Officers Military Academy of Hazrat Osama bin Zayed, received their graduation certificates from the Hazrat Ubaidah bin Jarrah National Defense University. The Minister of National Defense stated that during the ceremony, the graduates expressed their commitment to serve the Islamic system and vowed not to hesitate in making any sacrifices for it. An air bridge and an underground road are going to be constructed at the RTA Square in Kabul city. The Kabul municipality states that the construction work for the aerial bridge and underground road will begin next week at the RTA Square to address traffic problems, enhance urban beauty, and promote sustainable development. According to the municipality information, this project will be completed within 2 years. 50 Afghan citizens were released from Pakistani prisons yesterday and have returned to the country. The Minister of Refugees and Repatriation says that these individuals had spent 1 to 2 days in police custody in that country. That was all for tonight. Thanks for being with us. Have a great night.